Welcome back to game 2 of this best of 3 series between Sloaters27 and A Real Cutie. I'm DJ Webb once again on commentary. I'm joined this race by MM2 Ness Cartridge. How you doing?
I'm doing well, DJ. This promises to be an excellent race, just like the first race, and yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah, I think if my memory serves me right on the way the first series went, there's been some pretty serious shambles by a runner in each of the 3 races. This one, the last one, not quite Slaughter's fault. She made a gamble on non-vanilla Ridley and it did not pay off. Um, so maybe we can get a good clean one, just heart stopping,
Yeah,
heavyweight fight.
a good, clean smackdown. Yeah, Kiki versus Zeb in the losers finals the other day was really, really tight. Most of the races were really close, and yeah, hopefully this race can be super close, super hype ending, or we'll see. It will all depend on the seed and the runners.
If anyone is a superstitious out there, we've got a double waiver seed, so get your waiver deboosts in check. You might need them, but we are off. Game 2, as we said, this is a best of 3 series. This is grand finals. Sloaters from the winners bracket, Cutie from the losers bracket. Cutie takes this one. We would go into another best of 3 series.
Indeed.
Potentially tomorrow.
Yeah, if you were watching the Honda tournament earlier, this is a different format from that. They had the sudden death race to decide it. We have the best of 3 into best of 3. Yeah, Sloaters, of course, opting against the moonwalk, so Cutie will be out to just a little bit of an early lead. And Sloaters also opting to check the pit, making sure there's no items down there.
One of these days, we've had a runner who's, said we like to play, full countdown. One of these days, you're gonna walk into Turian and find an item. Maybe one of these days there'll be something down there in those pits. Might give you some points, but I don't know if arcade adaptation is coming to a randomizer near you.
Oh gosh, yeah, I think we'll put Suits in Billy Mays before we make randomizer be arcade. But I mean, maybe there'll be an arcade tournament sometime soon and people can get all excited about that. Who knows? I won't be the one organizing it though. I've had my share.
I think you've done enough for this lifetime and the next this summer.
I've done it though.
We have the same major setup we had last time in Blue Burn Star. They switched places, but a morph ball and an X-ray. This time, however, no power bombs.
Wow, Beef Robber, a really big fan of the series. Then 2 early X-rays. But yeah, no power bomb sucks. You don't get to check the meme route portal set up a million times. But yeah, it's either check it or you don't. Seed determines it.
Yeah, most often, it's at least in theory accessible from the other end. It's just it's a theater. It's a dead end that you really start worrying that things can get out of hand.
Having to like actively come back from the route is really a tough call. I personally end up putting it off a bit more than others, but it just never feels great to do because you go all the way back down and then all the way back up if you don't say it beforehand or something like that, and it just like you have to route it in as well because sometimes you're just not coming back from this area ever, and then you have me route outstanding and you have to deal with that, and it sucks. But yeah, it's just better to find it from back later and deal with it then.
Yep.
So, yeah, ice beam at BT, so we're going to be headed to the crabs today.
Yeah, no way to break bomb box currently. Something that happened last night. We had a very, very silly way to get our power bombs. We were in this scenario. We literally happened into a place where it was literally required that the one miner we could check was power bombs. That was fun, but yeah, no E-tank so far. So gotta be a little bit careful here. Obviously, crabs are not one-hit kill, but they will do some damage to you. Or wait,
No, they
that
are
is
one
right.
hit kill.
Oh, they are one-hit kill.
Yeah.
In my head they did 60 for some reason, but that's probably with Varia.
No, they do 120, I believe. But yeah,
Yeah.
both these runners are experienced crab navigators. You see Sloaters smile when she activated that X-ray. Just a little silly mistake. Happens to us all. We find Red Tower.
So that is the theme of today. Criteria, it goes to Red Tower. You can just you can count on it. And what did I just say? Criteria goes to Red Tower. This is
Indeed, yeah. Criteria goes to Red Tower, goes to Criteria, goes to not Red Tower. Man, it's vanilla though.
it is vanilla. I prefer the way Sloaters did this, doing this first.
I also
It's not gonna matter.
Because you don't have bombs, so you're not going to go through this no matter what, and you could be following that portal. Though the way Q did it, you won't be punished, so it will be fine.
Sloaters is using all of her ammo. That is not actually good right here.
Yeah, you really
probably want to check Spazer right here, and you no longer have the ability to do that unless you farm these Eagles, which I assume we're gonna do.
Yeah, you can just farm the Zebos above the portal, which is going to have a better super drop rate. So
or the CAC, but
oh yeah, the CAC. I forgot about the CAC. I won't lie. I just completely forgot it existed.
I mean, I did for a second too, but then like you're getting a super and then you're using it, like you're gonna be out again. Not that we are capable of looking at X-ray because we don't have power bombs. But you know, you wouldn't be able to open the door after that if we don't get a followable portal here at the middle of Red Tower. You're not going to look at Alpha Power Bomb. Well, there's CACs up there too, but I'd rather have ammo. That's the moral
ammo
of the
is
story.
Nice. Ammo does let you do fast travel. I was actually thinking, oh, we can go into X-ray, but we can't get out because we have no bombs to get out of the X-ray location. And then I remembered, oh yeah, you need power-ups to open the door to X-ray Hall anyways.
Yeah, so heads up by Sloaters, as someone's calling out. The worst case scenario here was Crademouth here at the middle Red Tower portal. Sloaters is now prepared for that with her one super.
True.
And yeah, a little bit more farming here. This is heads up, and we find Green Brinstar. That was a good outcome because there's a lot of stuff here. But again, no bomb blocks at all. That locks charging, but no power bombs as well. You're not doing wave gate. You can't go left of the big pink room if you don't find them. So honestly,
in this case, I might not mind skipping new portal and doing the 2 miners in big pink. If you don't get a power bomb, then you can just go to this portal. But also doing this portal is fine because you're probably going to get a power bomb in big pink.
Ooh, yeah, and we are. Okay, so I literally think one of the 3 miners over here. Well, no. We could go back up to Alpha Power Bombs. So we're not forced to stay here, but there are in theory 3 miners that gettable here. Obviously, there's a point of no return that you could get your first power bombs at Spore Spawn. This is speedrun. It's definitely not going to force you to do that, but those could be the only
power
can
force you to do Spore Spawn for your first power bombs.
It's not intentionally withholding. Otherwise, is the biggest things.
Yeah, sorry. My point is, speedrun can require you to do it, but it's way less likely than the slowest or something where it can actively decide to not place power bombs in places so that Spore Spawn is required or something. There's power bombs.
We were I guess that's the 5th miner. Your odds of continuing to not find power bombs obviously dwindle with each major that you or minor that you look at. So we were more than likely going to find them soon. And our runners are doing these checks in a different order. The The only way that this makes a difference is that this is exactly speed, so it probably doesn't matter. But
yeah, if Sloaters manages to get speed here, then that'll be a massive boon for her. It is Varia though. That's pretty good.
that was the ever elusive item for Slaughter's last seat, so already gonna have it for the remainder of this one. So we're liking that. Obviously, we found our first entry into Norfair down at Newbridge. If we end up, maybe turning back that way after this portal, but
Yeah,
nice,
it's actually a tough
nice
call because you've got grapples, you can go to Business Center, but Green Brinstar Elevator is such like a really bad portal. Like it's honestly worse than Meme Route, depending on where Green Brinstar is. But Business Center is also so good. But I do like just doing the 2 majors in the portal here, and worst case scenario, you just have to go back through here and go to Upper Norfair, and like that's still fine. So yeah, definitely no qualms with what the runners are doing.
Gonna be interested to see. I want to say, versus a little bit more of a standard thing where you maybe have power bombs at the beginning. You're kind of down some minor checks that you might normally otherwise have early game. So after this, our arrow probably won't be quite as high as you would maybe like. But I mean, just like last seed, like the E tanks are not a plenty early. It's all items. Like we've got ice, grapple, various, space jump, X-ray already. Like. Thankfully, this is the suit that prevents heat damage, so the E-tanks are a little bit less necessary. But
yeah, if we found high jump, like we could be in a really, really interesting spot because we would just be like in an ammo go mode. Obviously, gravity would also do the job, but high jump would be really interesting to see like how many major checks do you do looking for gravity and well, really just gravity in that scenario. And also, like, the potential spring ball for a boss at East Meridia. But still, it's a really interesting race scenario.
yes, indeed, we are going to have to see what our loadout looks like.
Yeah.
E-tank here, so that's technically health go mode.
Yeah, we do not hard require any more health to beat the game as of now. But we would like a lot more, or at least a little more.
You can see Cutie's been a little bit more conservative with his ammo / health here. He was trying to shoot some enemies and did some freezing, got a little bit hung up, so Sloater's making a bit of time up here. It's been, really close throughout. Basically just, Moonfall and some minor hiccups here and there difference. But yeah, we've got some interesting decisions going on here. Again, honestly, I think if I'm in these runner scenarios, I actually want this to be a not followable portal.
Yeah, leaving Upper Norfair is like, it really sucks. I'd be really interested to see what happens if this is top of West. Because you could fall down, but you could also go back to Upper Norfair, and that's a really compelling option. But this is Upper Norfair, your decision is easy. Nothing matters anymore. So yeah, you just follow this, probably do Wave into either Bubble Mountain or Chronic Portal right away. But we'll see what the runners make out of it.
Yeah, looks like, at least for the foreseeable future, we're going to be seeing our runners, following closely behind each other. So we'll get to see, if runners have different strats in different rooms, or if, check things in different orders or whatnot happens. But yeah, we've got a lot of the seed in front of us still. We could, we could go to very different places right now. Obviously, big things that are outstanding are like, we haven't found any boss areas, so that's important. We would like to probably find, some more movement to make things better. I'm going to count gravity and movement in there because basically that's kind of what it is at this point. And yeah, we are going to have to get, more firepower for bosses at the end of the game.
Yeah, also Cutie's turning off ice, presumably for the speed farm. He's got 18 supers right now, so maybe he's gonna farm to full supers. We'll see. It's the 20 now. So visually even.
Yeah, I think we saw this a little bit in the last game too. Definitely Cutie being more conscious of his health, you know, at different points and doing some farming that, you know, Sloaters, again, in this seed hasn't been doing. So, you know, we're taking time, we're doing different things, you know, having
Oh,
that,
and there's the high jump. Yeah. But yeah, like you were saying, DJ, sorry to interrupt, but yeah, Cutie definitely like being more mindful of his resources and trying to be more prepared for any scenario that could come up. Whereas Slaughter's just going with what she's got and not being too conservative with the farming and stuff, and just like being overall faster, but leaving more room to get owned by like a Ridley or something.
Yeah. Currently playing the we'll cross that bridge when we get their game on Slaughter's side, and you can see,
For
you
sure.
know, like current ammo is higher for both of, you know, missile and super for Cutie, but I think one thing that could be, you know, obviously the thing you want supers most for is Ridley, and because you're still actively picking up ammo, you know, like being at 35 versus being at 30, like how big of a difference really is that as we get charge beam?
Charge. Yeah, but we're gonna be at 40 supers now for both runners with the super in this room. But yeah, after this, you probably don't check all that much ammo, but you might want like another power bomb pack at the most.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest thing here. Charge ice obviously is a not very strong beam. It's the weakest, you know, solo charge combo. But on the other hand, yeah, like kind of don't need more projectile ammo, and yeah, you would like another power bomb. But
yeah, and Cutie picking up his missile, so it's gonna be behind Sloaters now. Don't know if that was worth it, but it's not that bad. But yeah, also worth noting that we do have the equipment to do the underwater wall jumps in the back of East Meridia. I know Cutie is very confident in his ability to do it. I don't know about Sloaters, but
she pulled it off pretty well.
Okay.
In the one race she lost actually before this match.
Okay, yeah,
against Kip.
Yeah, if she goes forward in the race, then she's gonna be good. Yeah, we find the main street here. Not really a great portal to find. You'd rather honestly find Crab Hole, because then if you find top of West, you can fall down with no with a safety, I guess. But Throwner's having some shambles on this gate glitch. Not ideal. You can see Cutie shaking his head.
Yeah, I
Not
think
really
we're gonna have to, you know, get Derp in here to teach us all Gate Glitch 101. He's the guy that hits them really, really consistently that I've seen.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, everyone's good at him, but
yeah, like once you get to this point, everybody's great at gate glitching. It's just one of the things you do a bajillion times before at this level. But yeah, Derp notably like in this tournament just had such good success with gate glitching. It was honestly ridiculous.
yeah, I do think Sloaters is gonna pick that missile up on the way out simply because she doesn't have any right now.
Very well could be.
Ooh. The wave actually makes that decision more interesting, frankly, because now like missiles were like probably not worth it for time for the combo you had, but like now they're definitely not. So
yeah,
yeah,
we'll see. And Key just picks it up on the way on, because that's how he is. So just gets it. Yeah, I like this. 5 missiles is way better than 0.
Like, I mean, you called it out, you know, maybe 3 item pickups early, but like, we're in a situation, I mean, yeah, you can see it, like, you maybe kind of don't need anything else.
Yeah, okay, so this is really interesting. Sloater skips ice, which I don't entirely hate, but also if gravity's there, you just lose. Like, you're just done for it. Unless this is like Kraid and Croc, something and you're coming back anyways. And Cutie's checking it. No, I won't lie. I would be Sloaters right now. I would skip this just because I'm me. But yeah, I think checking this is very solid on Cutie's part, and I also think skipping it is pretty solid on Sloaters because like the way you get owned by this is if Dre or well, actually no, the only boss you have a way out of in East Meridia is Ridley, and then you could technically extra climb Dragon, but you can't extra climb Dragon because Dragon's in Kraid, which we just found.
I meant to say at some point that you were skipping one step on the underwater wall jump because Dragon has to be dead. But here we go, Dragon's dead. Sloaters literally didn't even save to come in here because literally every boss was like not only killable but like pretty comfortably killable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Dragon's not dead yet. Sloaters still has to do the fight, but it's just one quick grapple away. Very well executed.
Yeah, and once again, like, I think that point you made earlier about the power bomb situation, I think that's what's making Cutie, not only check a few extra miners, but also like, pretty blindly just kind of going into stuff. Oh, we no longer need another power bomb.
Those bombs are gonna really help Sloaters with the power bomb situation as well, and Cutie too. Like Cutie's gonna get him, but yeah, it'll the East Meridia boss will determine a lot of stuff at this point, and of course the rest of the portal layout. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I was going to say, right before we picked up those bombs, that we did technically need another item to make Lower Norfair doable because going down to Ridley through Wasteland, you need 5 power bombs, but coming back up, you need 6, and if you don't have 6, you need one of,
No, we didn't need another item. We have X-ray.
Oh, X-ray. Yeah. That's the item. At some point I was going to say it, and then I was going to look at the HUD and feel silly because, we did already have that, but definitely the least desirable of the 3, but you go with what you got. As Cutie, unfortunately, does not get the quick grapple.
There's Magazine. I would be so tempted to do that.
Oh,
but
it's
Ridley and Kraid just completely decimate. No, Fantoon and Kraid decimate you. It's like it's a 2 and 3 that you just get completely owned. But God, it would feel so good if it was Ridley and you just like absolutely got run of the seat.
Yeah, I think Sloaters did literally just get punished by taking a path into a boss area where only it was a 50-50 there, so the odds are a little bit different, but and you needed the boss to be a certain boss to be good.
So Cutie's skipping the space jump check. It's a really slow check with no gravity, and he can do the in-room grapple jump and just get out and lose and just save a lot of time. So in his mind, the way the scenarios where he loses it is if it's spring ball, plasma, or speed. That's really it. Like screw is nice, but it probably won't save that much time. So I like the skip. It's a really smart skip from Cutie.
We'll see. You did say, I think you said Croc and Kraid up here at the top, but it ended up Kraid in the back of East. But Sloaters did come back through and clean up this ice beam. And Cutie, yeah, he's got a little bit of a grimace. He's like, man, give me that in 2 portals, and I'm like, yes, perfect. But this is the scenario where it's a hard ask to take that risk. And obviously, you do have. There's an item at Botswound that again taking a risk that's going to be your saving grace, and then other than that you're just kind of going through the entire area suitless and then leaving it, and that's just it's slow and not.
In reality, if you're going to do that, you would save it Forgotten Highway Elevator, and then do plasma, do the boss check, and reset it all. If it wasn't Ridley.
Oh yeah, you also had plasma. I wasn't thinking about that. You got some pseudo screw action going on.
Yeah. It's if you are I don't know. I'm not a big fan of doing, oh, I should do this play that isn't the best EV because I'm the underdog. I've never been a fan of that because area is just going to create its own divergence, in my opinion. But it's not like that's a really smart underdog play, because like if you do that and it works out, you're just winning by like 10 minutes, and like no other route really just comes close. So it might work out, but of course it just has such a big probability to own you that not doing it is completely fine and probably better.
So does Cutie have a save recently that I
Cutie
don't know
didn't
about?
save, but he has high jump and ice, so he can get out.
Oh yeah, he can get out. That's what. That was the thing I wasn't thinking of. Sloaters did save, and doesn't necessarily want to get out of here if it's not the greatest. But yeah, this is a. I was thinking we could have maybe seen,
Oh wow,
Mom Turtle's in Logic. We could have done
Turtle
that. We
is in
could also
Logic.
get to other places, but yeah. Instead, hello, Lauren Orfair.
Yeah, I do like the play to just do just to commit to this no save, and then like you do outline here because, well, I mean you need to. It is required.
Yeah, and once again, Cutie is still picking up these minors. This is something that could. I mean, I don't know how much more minors are helping him as Sloaters, checks this minor as well. Like,
I think he's really hoping for a power bomb, honestly.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. He still wants power bombs, or Sloaters kind of doesn't need to. But she defies me by checking that minor anyway. Like, I think if you're like literally right next to a super, it might be time neutral, maybe even time advantage to get. But like, because you have to go check it, I'm not sure.
Yeah. I don't know if Cutie meant to get that reserve, but I think it was going for like the health drop off the Firefly.
Yeah. Sloaters definitely picked that up on purpose.
Yeah, very likely. Yeah, we've seen like a lot of lead changes through this race. Like Sloaters, like Cutie was ahead, and then Sloaters was ahead, and then Sloaters took the save, and now Cutie's ahead. So like it's really nice to like see the differences in choices, the differences in strats that the runners have put on through this race. It's a really good showcase of high level rando and the little minutiae that comes with it. I think it's really cool.
Question, chat, are they thinking about reverse acid dive? I certainly think that they should be thinking about it. Whether or not that reserve is actually, a boon towards that, because, you'd have to get all the way to full just to like get into that. I don't know, but
I don't like reverse acid dive here, because the thing is, the only portal you're really looking for at this point is a wreck ship portal, and either portal will do. Front of Ellen can completely own you if it's proc. And then like outside of exactly wrecked ship, like the best case scenario is you're finding one side of wrecked ship with the other side is proc, and like that's pretty unlikely. And you're very likely to find at least one side of wrecked ship in Red Tower or West Meridia or even Criteria. So like it's not the greatest thing in the world to leave, but I don't know. It seems like a logical skip you could make on this loadout and with this map.
Yeah, and here you can see Cutie. You talked about it a long time ago. He de-equipped Ice Beam. He is not re-equipped it, and he came into the Vanilla Ridley room and was just perfectly ready for the X Factor setup. So yeah, nice head start on this fight. That is being prepared for everything, including a vanilla boss fight, and you got Charge Wave equipped. You should do the X Factor. It's faster.
Yeah. No, I guess the other way that not Cardalon owns you is if like screws gravity. That's also another losing scenario. But, I still think it's fine.
I guess we could also take the time to point out that we just got confirmation that Ace Meridia would have owned them.
Yes, doing Ace Meridia would have demolished them unless Plasma was Springle.
Well, yeah,
or I guess Plasma. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you check it. Maybe you do. You probably do if you don't have a spring roll.
If you're that far up the river and you're looking for a paddle, I think you'd look.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Tank number 2 here in Modern Warfare. We will see. Yeah, it's definitely decision time. Because again, this lack of bombs is leading Cutie to supers.
Yeah,
But,
wow, this is really interesting ammo Luna. And Sloaters is farming the metal pirates. Is this even plus EV? I think Sloaters lost supers doing that.
Yeah,
Like,
supers
actually.
she doesn't really need many more supers for
Oh
the
no!
seed.
Oh, wait, no, shit. Oh, never mind. She's fine.
Yeah. Let's see. She misses another one. Sloaters.
Okay, this is Sloaters, please. She is shooketh. Okay, no, she has bombs. She's fine, but good grief, that's so silly.
I mean, yeah, it basically looks like you were saying with those metal pirate farms, which lost some supers but gained some health, and she was trying to bomb those power bomb blocks out in a way that she could do a normalized strat with the D boost. I think she's conserving health for this reverse acid dive that Cutie is electing out of. So I think we're getting a divergence here.
Yeah. Oh, that was really nice Keanu like avoidance from Sloaters.
Or she just wanted her health to be high. Prove it wrong for the umpteenth time.
Yeah, shocker. Having high health is, in general, good.
Yeah, I mean, lower Norfolk is dangerous. We talk about it. Kind of no matter how good you are, if you're in here with a, suboptimal loadout, which in this case is high jump, no speed, no plasma, no crew attack.
Nice.
This is a dangerous place. Keanders do 100 damage.
Yeah, you can die. That is a fact. But these runners are so good at dodging Keanders. They're making mincemeat of these guys.
And this is the thing that was, leading me towards the what am I trying to say? The reverse acid dive a little bit more. Obviously, Cutie tried a very nice strat with,
yeah, Cutie's doing the flat.
The name of that wall jump, I'm forgetting it right now, but you can do it quickly. You can also get hacked.
Yeah. This might be late.
Oh yeah! Shout out to the Good Boys room.
He gets it though. He makes it out.
Second try. He's not very happy about it. But
yeah, he's disappointed. But didn't get too shambly with it. And then now decision time for Cutie. Sloaters picks up an Orpher, probably going back to Red Tower now. Cutie's gonna stand west. I think I like Cutie's play more. Because you got the portals here, and then Sloaters has to make the trek all the way back to Red Tower.
And oddly enough, there's no upper Orpher to Red Tower portals. So it's a little bit of a trek.
Yeah. Cutie does the super drop tech. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm eternally disappointed in Cutie not going for fish tank UWJ. Probably doesn't even save time. And it's insanely difficult.
Yeah, I think the potential advantage for Sloaters play is that decently likely that one of these two portals up here is Red Tower, and you can just kind of fall down into this play, and maybe you check Mama Turtle, maybe you don't, as it looks like we're going for X-Ray and then potentially Tube, which we didn't have power bombs the first time we went by it, so
yeah, doing you do get an extra major here, and then it's very likely you're gonna find something in West Meridia, which then lets you do those two portals quicker. But also by the same token, Cutie can do this and skip the upper Norfair trek that Sloaters did, if he finds a Red Tower, or he could just find Rex Ship and be fine. Sloaters skipping Spazer, I think she wants that.
Yeah, I think.
Honestly, I don't think it saves time if you want to go back all the way for that. With this,
you have so many supers, but it's also if any suitless is in your future, I think you'd rather have that beam just because comfort.
I agree.
Although,
I
debatable amount of comfort because you're probably not practicing exactly RBO right now.
And QD finds for the wreck ship? Okay, so yeah, QD's found all he actually no he hasn't. I'm a liar. I'm a dirty liar. QD doesn't have a way out of East Dirty Moss. If it's Fenton, he needs Spring Ball or Gravity. If it's Kraid, he needs Spring Ball Speed or Gravity. One of them will do. So Vanilla Fenton is probably in QD's favor, I think.
Quite a bit, I would say. Yeah, as we just got the confirmation that X-ray was no help. We've cleaned up Tube and Meme Route, which are the two things we couldn't check because we didn't have power bombs at the time, and then we get the Vanilla Fan too. Yeah, I was gonna say the other potential boon for QD is non-zero chance that or the wreck ship is doubly hiding in West Meridia, and Sloaters is just not gonna find it and has to go there anyway. That would be obviously the worst case scenario.
Yeah, then you have Red Tower going to
Croc and East.
Yeah, Croc East, and then front of Outland and Moat are somehow involved in that.
Yeah.
Oh no, QD enraged.
Ooh. He's not gonna be happy about that one.
Yeah, he's not happy. And Sloaters finds front of East. Yeah, definitely do the other portal at least.
Yeah, obviously, Vanilla Fantoon here was pretty good just because, like I said, we're looking for one item, and, because we know it's Kraid there, the one item we need is, it increased from Gravity or Spring to also include Speed. So
yeah.
The other, the downside of that is if none of them are here and you clear up the 3 items that you can, maybe time Sloaters isn't spending is, she finds Croc, and once again.
Yeah, I do like doing at least first item here, because from the bosses that you're aware of that you're not in go mode. You need at least one more item to be able to win the game. And Croc first item is pretty damn quick.
I think I expect Sloaters to stay for a second if this isn't.
I also expect
she needs.
Yeah. Though, what else? What else is on the way that isn't bottom E tank, isn't left sandpit? Left sandpit sucks, and gets you out of the Meridia boss. Sloaters. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Screw Attack no longer really useful at all after Low on Warfare, so Sloaters says no thank you to the fanfare, and you tank it right super QD. It's I don't need that anymore. So
yeah, I might have picked up the Screw Attack just because it's useful in so many random places, but I also definitely don't hate skipping it. Yeah, new major checks coming up. There's Speed. Okay.
Yep, that's
QD's in go mode. QD knows he can win the game right now. Is still gonna be missing a couple portals. Yeah. Yeah, no gravity there at second item for Sloaters. So I wonder if she'll just do East here. And yeah, QD's gonna go out the front here. And he can just go into Main Street, and then he'll be right next to back of East. And then he can go to Greenbrand Red Tower, and then to West Criterion. He's right next to Target now.
So without the gravity at grapple, I think the last hope for Sloaters is that she goes into East and just gets gravity at Batoon.
Yeah, that's kind of the last hope for Sloaters is grab at Batoon. Maybe Spring at Batoon helps her out too.
Yeah, Spring would also be good, but yeah, we're not going there right now.
Yeah,
it was just probably if she does that, she's missing the speed booster. that Cutie just got, which is never a good thing. And Cutie is I mean he knows where all boss portals are, where all boss areas are, so he doesn't need to fill in the rest of his map. So going to check other stuff is not advantageous to him.
Yeah, Cutie knows where he needs to go. He is a man with a mission.
And that mission is a bracket reset here. We're
yeah, indeed,
trending in that direction.
Yeah, so it is unofficially scheduled, the bracket reset, for Sunday, tomorrow, that is. So, assuming that if QD takes this game, then they will not play Game 3 tonight. They're going to just play all 3 games, if applicable, tomorrow for your viewing pleasure to decide the tournament once and for all. So yeah.
If anyone is curious about, you're looking at this and you're like, how is Cutie going to do the rest of this? So what happens is you can go into East Meridia. I mean, he's going into the back because he doesn't know where front is, and trying to find it is not very efficient. But you could actually go in either side here with the ability to underwater wall jump. We get the rest of our map information. It's mode to the back wreck ship, which means pre-aqueduct was front of LN. But yeah, if you go in the back, you got to do a tricky underwater wall jump. I'll let N2 explain that when it comes up. But from the front, it would just be your standard stuff. And then once you kill Kraid, you charge a Shine Spark in the room. It's plenty big enough. I don't even know if you have to do a short charge.
I think it's a lot easier if you do a one tap, but it's trivial. And also, you don't have to do an underwater wall jump. You could technically go through the sand halls and then back to Aqueduct and kill Botchman and do it the normal way, but doing an underwater wall jump is going to save multiple minutes, so I am very confident that Cutie will be doing it, and I'm sure Cutie is plenty confident in his own ability to pull it off. But yeah, it's really just a set of really fast, really convoluted inputs that is pretty unintuitive until you get the hang of it. At a certain point when you're learning it, it just clicks. It's kind of hard to explain, honestly. But yeah, we should see Q do it in a couple rooms.
Sloaters has made her way here to the wreck ship. More than likely going to end up in the same scenario as QD, where you did these things, you get the confirmation that it's Kraid, and you've added speed to your go mode, and then we are going to find that speed, more than likely.
Yeah. I'm surprised that Key didn't just, oh wait, no, he does not. Never mind. Forgot about that setup. I always just freeze the bottom cack and then watch him off the right side, but that works very well for Cutie. And oh, just missed the space jump. I think it was a bit low, but yeah. You'll see just some weird wall jump off the right side. I think he missed one there. Missed one again. Breaking out of spin is actually really, really easy doing this. It's just really taxing on your hands. He's only doing a set number. He's trying to get it within like 4, I think, instead of just going as high as he needs. But yeah, he might be starting them a bit early. Oh, there we go. Very nice. Nicely done for Cutie.
And after that, the rest of it, especially with I mean, you need space jump for that, so you have space jump for the rest of it. That's kind of a given, but you don't have to worry about these rooms.
Technically, you don't need space jump for that. You can, if you really hate yourself, you can do it without space jump, which requires switching from underwater wall jumps to normal wall jumps at the precise time when you break the surface, which I have asked Bob about, and he says it really sucks. So, yeah. I have not been aware of anybody who's done it in a race setting for Randomizer. But I'm sure one day, in like 2027, it'll be... Well, Bob said he's done it RTA on NTSC, so I'm sure it's possible. And like one day in like 2027, it's going to become the meta, but I sure hope that day is not soon.
I have my doubts about that statement.
Oh, Beefy did it in jest. Okay. Well, Beefy's just built different. So
yeah, Cutie showing you how to get out of this area. that Shine Spark is a known, location set up from RBO. So
yeah,
and a nice gravity jump out. Yeah, Sloaters, that's the look of I know what I must do. And also, it's also the look of if you came here first, you're doing quite well.
Yeah,
She did not.
I do agree. Cutie is doing quite well.
Yeah, this has been a look at how the cookie can crumble. They had, like I said, some tightly contested but a little bit shamble-filled races in the winners bracket, and here in the losers bracket, it's swung Cutie's way. And,
yeah, Sloaters 2-0ing Cutie in winners finals. Cutie looking like he could take the 2-0 back in the grand final set 1. Then the final set to decide it all would be really poetic if it was a 2-1, but one way or another, the tournament will end and we will crown a winner someday.
Yeah. Sloaters has to make her way into this East Meridia, which...
Oh no! Yeah.
Oh.
So space jumping there is like super important, and if you don't, you're pretty much sentenced to Yapping Maw.
You said that with such urgency, I thought Cutie had died. And I was like, what?
That's like a minute time loss, so if it's effectively a death. But I mean, I've also seen the infamous Fat Scott 25 soft lock by Yapping Maw in the wall of that room, which is really silly the first time you see it, but it really sucks when it ends your tournament life. So, yeah.
And yeah, given the loadout that our runners have had for the majority of the seed, I literally don't even know when the last time Cutie saved was. Or if he has
I also don't know. But yeah, nice cleanser from Cutie. Gonna give him 5,000 points or whatever it is. Yeah, synchronized elevators. So yeah, Cutie's just gonna make a run through Open Warfare, go to probably the Croc portal, I think. Yeah, the Croc portal, and then to Green Hills portal and Green Brent Star, then down Red Tower to back to Criteria and to Turian.
A little bit of a trek, but you do have high jump speed space, so not too terrible.
Yeah, like it's a while, but he does have speed, so it won't take forever. Just a little bit of time.
Almost went through that door before realizing you wanted the Croc portal. Is he gonna get this? I don't remember if it was this D-boost he was talking about the other day, or if it was the one that's similar to that in Croc's Lair, but yeah.
I think he was talking about the one in Croc's Lair and Hundo Cons earlier. I think I remember that, but I don't know if he was talking about this one at a different time. So I don't know.
Difficult to do, but yeah, here's so does like your method. Just jump off the frozen enemy and get destroyed by these cacs. These are King Cac's brothers who rule over their own, lands.
Yeah. Shout out to real-time cac attack, where you attack all the cacs as fast as possible. That was a fun meme category for like a month back in 2020.
2020, when we had all the time in the world on our hands.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Sloaters going for that same play here. See if she can get it a little bit quicker.
Very nice. Second try. Very well done. Impressively, neither of them broke spin a single time going for the underwater wall jump, which is really hard. just evidence of the amount of time they put into the relatively new tech. He just blowing supers the gray gamers because he doesn't
new
need
as
them.
far as people doing it in races. Obviously, it's been known about for some time, especially with tasks. But yeah.
Well, I mean, Beeps and King have been doing it in races for a while, but like it's taken really just like I think I learned it, then I taught it to Eddie, and then Eddie really like took off with it. In random racing, like near like the beginning of this year, like middle of league is kind of when it started popping off.
Can you showing us why you like having gravity suit for these rooms? Especially not being an RBO runner. I think probably the things that he has least strats for is gravityless room 1.
Yeah. Well, gravless room 1 is like you just do the air, like the aerial version of the Honda room, but also not having plasma makes that difference. So that's how Rando be. Oh, it's been called UWS for forever. Honestly, as long as it has the acronym UWJ.
So yeah, I mean, this is going to be a heck of a time. We're looking, mid 50, somewhere on there. And so, Sloaters does know where this goes, so it makes a little bit more sense. We may see gravity. How interesting would that be? It could be a big head shaker for Sloaters. And
not gravity though.
What are we looking at? Screw attack and top of wreck ship.
Yeah, screw top wreck ship.
Locations.
Waterway.
Not Kraid's E-Tank because Kraid was in Meridia.
Yeah, could be Waterway.
Waterway. That's the other one.
And Turtle. Mama Turtle could also have it.
Oh yeah, neither of them checked that.
Yeah.
I remember I had a thought about it early, especially when Sloaters went up to that save before going down to what was eventually became an all-in, but the fact that neither of them checked it. And Cutie was even going up West Meridia, so I was really like, somebody could have done it, but nobody did. So yeah, the credits will have to tell us. Just to reiterate, given that this is, looking like it's a bracket reset about to happen, another 2 out of 3 series will be played. There's no, the grand finals is, the same as the rest of the tournament. You have to eliminate someone via a 2 out of 3 set from winners and losers.
Yeah, this is not what the Honda tournament was doing earlier, if you were watching that. Which, if you didn't watch that, go watch it. Holy crap. Absolutely insane series.
Yeah. The community has been treated to some amazing races today. And, all throughout this summer as part of this SGL Online event 2023 edition.
Yeah. Today really was a great day for racing. With the Honda finals, Rando finals, then very likely more Rando finals tomorrow. So I'm excited.
Yes, indeed. And it looks like the knowledge of, the portal layout that Sloaters gained actually put her, much, much closer. I think she got back to turning a lot faster, but, it was just, did all of Croc, that's obviously not good, and just, late to the go mode, so that's how it be. And this is, again, it's still going to be a pretty fast time, looking like a sub-hour if you can execute your turn well. And especially, skipping gravity, that's the one that, you skip Varia, you do more in the heated rooms to survive, but you're not, physically moving slower through the heated rooms. You skip gravity, you are moving slowly through water. That's the way it is. So, no small task.
It's honestly one of the hallmarks of high-level SM Rando, I think. And it's also why I think this mode is super interesting for racing, because you really just end up hodgepodging your go mode together, whether it be suits or other items to skip suits and stuff to deal with Mother Brain. I think it's super interesting that your go mode can be nearly any item can play a part in your go mode. And it's great.
Phaser and shambles. I think that's maybe the one that has the least likelihood to be helpful. But I mean, I think Sloaters would probably have liked. Well, I mean, again, we said when it came around, like, given that you had already like not gotten it, you don't go back for it. But maybe you still want to get. I don't know. Again, the ammo was so good, kind of was whatever either way. But the Spazer enjoyers among us are hopeful for a brighter future.
Yeah, well, the Spacer hopefuls can watch tomorrow's set, and hopefully we'll find some Spacers. But Mother Brain gonna find 36 Hyper Beam shots to the face for Cutie. Then it'll be the escape. Cutie entering escape as Sloaters starts Mother Brain 2. Yeah, this thing goes. Cutie checking the dots on as always. That's just what you do.
I'm curious about this gravity suit. Probably it was very much worth not getting, but Mama Turtle is that exception.
Yeah, Mama Turtle's the exception. Maybe Top Rank Ship saves some? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cutie is into the landing site, going to step on the ship after getting hacked by that scene. Official race time 55 minutes 52 seconds, completing the 2-0 victory in set 1 of the grand finals. And as we've stated multiple times, we will have a bracket reset grand final set 2, winner take all, everything on the table, all the marbles, likely tomorrow.
Indeed. Yeah, we'll also see if we can get him in for an interview.
Sloaters is gonna finish this one out. She was, as you can see, very close to the end, and it's somewhat rare that you actually get to see the time difference. So honestly, I think that's some good good intel. See exactly how much time you were behind and what your decisions that you made could have changed that. So we're gonna see this fight as our winner may be joining us here shortly. Alrighty, we are joined by our winner, GG's Cutie.
GG.
GG, Cutie.
Yeah, other than the yapping Maw incident, I think I played game 2 really well in terms of decisions. I think it's
Yeah,
I know
really
hard,
solid performance.
but like you do save a little bit of time at the end knowing that front of East connects to Red Tower. You probably save like a minute or plus going back to Turian, if not more, than having to go back out the back and then having to go through Upper Norfair and then go through Green Bryn to get back to Red Tower. Like you save quite a bit of time with that, but it doesn't make up enough for like getting that portal knowledge. And then in my situation with like everything I know, there's no justification for being able to just like risk going out the front there.
Yeah, definitely going out front of LN. Like, it just has so much possibility to own you, and you're gonna
Hmm.
find the knowledge any like other ways, anyways. And like,
Yep,
there's
and
no
front of
turning.
east at the
Yeah,
end as well. Front of east
yeah,
at the end was the big one as well. Like that saved Slurs quite a bit of time in the end, but like
yeah,
it doesn't save enough compared to like the way the portal knowledge kind of works out.
yeah. And you
Um,
also have to like still go to Rex Ship to get your thing to get out of East Meridia Boss. Like, if you're able to do East Meridia from the front, like right when you find it there as Sloaters, like I think you're in a really good spot. But
yeah,
but
exactly.
yeah.
Like that's the hard part because you also don't know the boss there either.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
But QD, consider this god route. After you do Kraid's Lair with Dragon Dead, immediately go into back of East, underwater wall jump, pray to God it's Ridley.
I I thought about it, but I'm like, you just can't. Like,
Like, yeah, you really can't. Like,
you just can't.
yeah,
Like, it'd
that's
be
like,
sick. Like, I was when I saw back of East there, I was so upset that
yeah,
like after I was like Dragon, okay, cool, this is an underwater wall jump seed, and I see back of East, and I'm like missing anything necessary to get out. And as soon as I saw back of East there, I'm like, oh, if Dragon has Spring Ball, I'm gonna be so mad because like I've just been whenever
oh
I do
yeah, you
Dragon
skipped that.
suitless, I've just been like checking it because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm still missing items. But when I realized, wait, my only missing item is gravity suit. Why am I checking this? But like so I skip it, and then I'm like, I guess it could have been like speed or spraying, but like, whatever. And then like when I saw the back of East there, I was like, oh, if that was spring or speed, I'm gonna be so. If that was spring specifically, because then it doesn't matter what boss is there. So like if that was spring, like I'm gonna be so freaking
Yeah.
sad. But with like the Main Street climb, I think Main Street climb there is just really good.
Oh yeah,
Because
huge
like
agree.
getting back to Red Tower is slow. You're having to go through Green Bryn no matter what, with just the way that the Upper North Fair works out. So like getting back to Red Tower is just slow no matter what. And then at this point, like Mama Turtle is in logic, so that's a place gravity can be. Um, and then the other portals can be good, and like it can work out exactly how it did for me. There is like just finding Wreck Ship is like another like super big bonus of doing Main Street there. I think there are very few situations where Main Street climb is good. What I should have done actually though is I should have after coming out of LN, what I should have done is went into the well, assuming my short charges have been bad, but you can get a blue before the door in that room, and you could have sparked Main Street and saved some time, but that's neither here nor there. My short charges haven't been good enough today to be able to.
Oh, you mean Chronic? Yeah, that's
Yep,
super
and
slow.
Chronic. Yeah, it's a pretty short charge, but it's not like terrible. But it was kind of like I'm already here. The crab's already moving. I might as well just climb Main Street with my ice beam and
Yeah,
stuff.
and like also if you try it, then you're just gonna get sucked into the loop of doing it over and over and over and over again, and then you never get it, and you're really sad.
Yeah, so I felt really good about game 2, other than the Yapping Maw.
Oh yeah.
Game 1, so I think you were at the mercy of a couple of coin flips in it, and I think I kind of took this middle path by leaving both back of East and back of LN, mainly because it felt overwhelming. Well, not overwhelming, but it felt incredibly likely this would be like a very close to hard required seed. Going out the front of LN might be necessary in this, among other things. Or you might be in a situation where you kind of just want to go out the front of LN anyway, because if it's like front of East or something, and it just like routes cleaner, there's a couple scenarios like that in game 1. I know it was so long ago, but because so I think leaving was the correct play in game 1, leaving Green Bryn, and doing Bubble Mountain there. But I think since I found Varia where I did, it kind of caused me to think, oh yeah, now I can do LN and just go straight to LN from the back. But what I should have done was go to Wreck Ship, because the front of Wreck Ship could have still been Kraid in game 1. So what you should do in that situation, I think, with back of LN at the bottom and back of East at the top, no boss is dead, missing Varia still, and Kraid outstanding, I think you're supposed to leave, clear Bubble Mountain, and then go back and do Wreck Ship back to front. Because no matter what is at like the front of Wreck Ship, it's like good, no matter what. Whereas like if you choose wrong with the other two, you have a chance for it to be just really bad. I mean, like worst case scenario, if you do it that way, is like Dragon is in LN or Kraid, and like wreck ship connects to front of east, and then you kind of have to go out the back of east the slow way. But at least at that point, you kind of already have your wreck ship backtrack in the way, and in that situation, like, you want to have cleared Bubble Mountain already anyway for the Varia suit, because in that situation, Kraid isn't at the front of LN. So, like, I think leaving was correct there, but I think I made the incorrect play in going into LN after finding the Varia suit. But it's really hard to not just go back to LN right there.
Yeah. Well, I wish I could give you feedback on that, but I wasn't watching game one because I was doing other stuff.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I would just say that I hadn't considered Rick Ship as opposed to the other two ones. I mean, the biggest thing about, your play was that, Varia was right where you went to it, and like that definitely is like the biggest boon. Otherwise, I think it isn't a terrible play at all what you did. It's just,
I think it's
Going
kind of
through
the middle
east.
ground play, because like I think
Yeah.
doing east there has the potential to just be terrible. Like if the front of east is front of LN and then Dragon isn't in East Meridia, like you're losing so many minutes to that. Like you're losing minutes in that situation. And then like, yeah, that Kraid is the front of Wreck Ship or whatever, but I think just because the front of Wreck Ship tells you the rest of the map, and it's the easiest one to get to, and you're gonna have to get there at some point anyway. And if you get there, it's gonna take you away from Green Bryn anyway, so you'd rather come into Green Bryn through Wreck Ship, if that makes sense. I think like going to Wreck Ship is like just better, because there's just so many scenarios where the Varia is hard required, or close to hard required based on our ammo. We really weren't in a situation to reverse acid dive suitless, so like it just felt like really like I made the wrong play in going to LN after the Varia, just because the Varia was right there. But I think going into Bubble Mountain was correct, basically. Like maybe I think it's either that or like back of east, but I think either way you're kind of coin flipping some stuff, and I kind of chose the middle path where if I do it correctly, like I'm risking the least, albeit like I can't like hit a home run necessarily by like, oh yeah, you do east right there and it's Dragon at Kraid at the front, and then the other boss is like Ridley or something, and then you know what I mean. Like I can't jackpot it. Yeah, I can't like jackpot it, but like I can at least. I'm like hedging my bets in that case. It's kind of like the middle ground play, where if you do it correctly, you're not like really risking that much in the coin flip that exists, and you're kind of just saying, nah, I'm not gonna flip this coin.
I think there's one roll of the like 20-sided die that like completely screws you, which is kind of, I mean, it's that seed, but Varia's like in Kraid's lair.
Yeah,
and, like,
exactly.
You do your wreck ship thing, and then you really get shambled. But yeah, as MM2 has said, very very deep decision making and possibilities available in all of these. So
yeah, exactly.
Probably
and
4 different people come up with 4 different answers potentially.
Yeah, and that's the big thing about it is like, especially because like the explanation I gave you is like stuff that I like was intuitively like kind of thinking in the moment, but that level of like depth is not something that you can just like reach immediately while you're trying to execute in the game. So like that's part of the cool thing about this mode, is that you have to kind of like use your intuition to kind of feel what you think is best based without being able to like fully think it through. So you have to kind of like weigh your options without enough time to like truly do it. So there's a little bit of intuition involved, I think.
That I would very much agree with. So yeah, you've given a great overview of these 2 seeds. I just want to say, number one, congrats. Obviously, bit of a, probably. I mean, obviously you lost the only series you lost, but not a great showing in the winners series that you played with Sloaters. This one was much better. Got rid of a good bit of the shambles, and you're going to a bracket reset.
Yeah.
Winner take all between the cat girls. We even had dueling. I guess we're calling it the cat girl shaft. That was fun.
I'll have to watch it back and see what that's all about.
Yeah, but good luck tomorrow, which is presumably when this will be scheduled between the 2 of you. And I don't have anything else.
Yeah, GG's cutie. Well played to both you and Sloaters, and good luck in Grand Finals reset.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. Sloaters is really good, and she's had my number in best of 3s. I think this is the first time I've beaten her in a best of 3. So she's always kind of just had my number. So looking forward to the bracket reset.
Yeah. Well, thanks to DJ Webb for excellent co-commentary. Thanks to Fishing Boo for tracking. And yeah, DJ, take us out.
Alrighty, if you have enjoyed this race, these series of races, as well as this tournament, these have been two, obviously, of the top runners. Go ahead and give them a follow if you so desire. I'll also give a shout out to the commentary team if you'd like that as well. Feel free. For MM2, Fishing Boo, and myself, thank you all for watching. We will hopefully see you at a similar time tomorrow for the grand finale of it all. And yeah, we will see you next mission.